more in the service sector, or should be a growing information center, or a part of the information age network of centers in the world. Standard of living which should be able to sustain reasonable cultural levels, reasonable cultural activities. I think our major acute problems of want, privation, bad housing, malnutrition, that's already over. The subacute ones of inadequate care for the old and the aged, inadequate institutional care, because more and more families find it very irksome to look after their old because their wives are working, or wives are working, and not enough free hands in the household. Well, that could improve. On the whole, I'd say a more gracious, a less pressured society. It should have already arrived. It shouldn't be anxious about whether it's going to arrive or not. We should by then have established our educational system and got everybody educated who can be educated, and establish it so well that for the next 10, 15 years people will keep on being educated. Now, there should be no fallback.
Prime Minister, Singapore's great economic achievements, I think, have rightly won great acclaim abroad. One of the criticisms I've heard most often made of Singapore, of the education system, and perhaps more widely of the media or the cultural environment, is that in some sense it doesn't put enough emphasis on independent critical thought, that the government errs, if you like, in favor of control. Looking ahead to the future, as you've been doing, is that your intention for the future as well, and do you feel that it creates the best climate in which future leaders, that your successors, can cope with the unexpected?
First, let me divide your statement, because I think there are two different things. One, that our educational system does not allow more independent thinking, more creativity, and therefore more scientists, more discoverers of the great undiscovered frontiers of knowledge and science. I do not think that is just a question of system of education. I think it has to do with culture, with norms, standard behavior of students and teachers. The Japanese face the same criticism, and they want more creative innovators. And they are saddled with the same criticisms, that they lack this questioning, this debate, this ruthless pursuit of truth, even at the expense of the dignity of one's teachers. I think we are all products of our own culture, and Oriental culture requires students to be polite, not to be obstreperous. I mean, if you know so much, and you shouldn't be in class, you should be running your own class. At the same time, because we've had so many foreign teachers, some in our schools, definitely in our universities, and many of our teachers themselves having been abroad, educated, there is more give and take than, say, a typically Chinese language school in the 1950s or 1960s. But I am reconciled to accepting a more polite classroom situation. I think that's part of Oriental culture, and we can't change that. The media, on the other hand, is totally different. I mean, that's just a particular character trait, or a particular, not just character, it's also culture, because if you read the Indian newspapers as I do in Delhi, I mean, there's such a plethora of views, you're confused. I mean, I think the East Asian is different from the South Asian. The South Asian is the